Hey there, Manga, thank you speaking. So I'm gonna hatch a little bit those drawings uh, to give those elements a little more detail. So if you read my manga, you still don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna spoil it now. So you'll have to wait until I release the chapter to know what it is really. But uh, to give you an idea, it's a kind of tentacle that sucks some substance out of this one, out of this element. So I'm gonna hatch it in a way. I'm hatching it with my normal pen. I'll be reducing the thickness of my brush to 1. To know this value, to calibrate, to be sure 1 is not too thin or not too thick. I just compared it to my traditional art drawings I scanned, and I compared it to be sure it was the right size. So I put it at 1. I have a normal G pen, and I'm gonna hatch it. Not here. Here it's getting bigger, so it's kinda smooth. But around here, it's gonna wrinkle a little bit and have some edges like that. So drawing this kind of details takes time, but it gives my work its identity. I'm noticeable for this. This is the first layer of hatches, and then I'm gonna go over again and give it more contrast. But you should do this and have time on your mind. If you find it's too much time expensive, you may wanna just do 1 layer of hatches, and I should do that, but I can hardly stop when I begin. Now I'm gonna do a layer that is more about the overall of this shape. Here I hatched some details, but now I'm gonna put some hatches for the general shape of the object. So I'm doing this on another layer to be sure I'm not screwing it. But if you're confident enough, you can do it directly on the same layer. It's just that I'm taking advantage of drawing on a computer. Now you feel the whole object is round. This object here is round, and I can make it rounder by doing this. Especially here, because in this zone it's really round. More around here. That's more you can feel the volume and the details of this object, of this tentacle, much more than this one, which is kind of flat. But it takes time. Drawing these hatches takes more time, much more time than just drawing the line, that the contour of the tentacle. But I think it's worth it, and this is really something. How should I say? Proper to my style. Manga tengu drawings always have lots of hatches. I think it's because when I was little, I saw a video about drawing cherries, and it was all about hatching with the pencil. There was no blur, etc. It was just hatching, and this is the first video I ever watched about drawing techniques, and I think that's the only one I saw during something like 15 years. I didn't see any other one after that. This was an old VHS cassette. I don't know how you tell it. It was a tape. It was a tape you put in the magnetoscope, they call it. I'm gonna check. How do they say that in magnetoscope? The video recorder. Wow. So I had it because it was the first of the series, and they always sold it for a very cheap price to get people hooked up with the series. So I got it for something like 10 francs français, which means $1.50 approximately. So I only had this video, this cheap video, and it was all about hatching cherries and leaves and things like that. So that got me hooked up with hatching, and later on, the comics I bought always had lots of hatching, like Hokuto no Ken or things like that. It was very full of hatches, and I liked it, so I stayed. I went deeper in it. Okay, so this one I'm gonna also do. So another advantage you got when you do hatching on a computer is that you can isolate them and hide them. What I mean by that, for example, if I had done the general shape hatching here first, and I wanted to do the detail hatches, it would be less evident for me to see what I'm doing. But if I can disable the general hatching, I can see much more, much better my detail hatches and manipulate them. Then I can reactivate the global hatching, and I have my full work, and I can do it in the two ways around. So I can really see things clearly and detail it as and master them. Well, yeah, that's it. So here, for example, I'd like to have a little more detail. So So I try not to zoom in too much, but since the screen of the Cintiq is pretty much low res, considering its size. I have to zoom in to have a clear view of my hatches. I don't like it. Last one was good. This one I like. Okay. So the screen of the Cintiq I have is how they say 1920 by 12. Well, I'm gonna write it. For a 24-inch screen, so it's really low res if you compare it to smartphone, modern smartphone like Note 3 or even 4. It's very low. So you have to zoom in to have a clear view of what you're working on, which is not the case when you're working on a sheet of paper. It's always high res. This is really an advantage of traditional media. There's no such thing as resolution, aliasing, loading times, etc. So here I want a big flat part. I'd like to express there's like tubes, like veins going under the skin of this tentacle, but I should draw them a little differently. If I want to do that, I should draw them more like like this. Okay. So this one is in the other way. It's a gap, but here it's gonna get round again. I remember when I was little, I used to think blurring, smudging with my finger to have a gradient, to get a gradient was like cheating. To me, everything had to be drawn with the hatches. Everything had to be drawn with the tip of my pen. And if I had to touch it with my finger, it was not genuine. I think I only overcome it when I was something like 20 years old. Then I allowed myself to smudge my drawings. It was all pencil drawings. I didn't accidentally undid my hatches. I didn't use ink. I didn't use color because I had in mind that color was for painters, but the old way, guys that only paint fruits and naked people and things I don't care about. So to me, color was for how can I say dated style stuff, and it was not interesting me at all. So I ran away from color, especially that I had the color pencils and I didn't know how to use them, and I did horrible things with it. So I had bad experience and bad and misconceptions about color drawings and painting. So I definitely didn't go for it. I stayed black and white and yeah, hatches and the kind of things I found in my I used to find in my comics and I liked. So I was all about black and white and hatches. No smudging, no nothing. This is this is better. Okay, so for those who saw my spoil about chapter 4, you know that there are some surfaces I'm drawing with smooth gradients. This one will be, for example, this one too, the one that is being sucked out. Um, I did it, yes, to try new possibilities with digital tools. I I liked it, but it it has an aspect. It's kind of it, it's definitely not traditional comics expression. So it's nice, but it's not what I want to be overwhelming in my drawings. So the tentacles, I'm not doing it with smooth gradients. I'm doing it with hatching the old way, and I like the look and feel in the end. It's not too modern, and it's not. It's efficient, and it's nice to see. It's rough. You can feel the you can feel the touch of the drawer, because when it's all smooth, it tends to look like my drawing, at least it tends to look like those guys that use a tablet for the first time in their lives and do everything with very smooth edges, and it looks very flabby. How can I say? It's not sharp at all. So I didn't want it to look like that, and I think I need to master it more so I can use smooth gradients and not lose my crisp. I don't know what to say. So after I'm done with this hatching, I have to do here and there and there. I have some here some haze to draw, and then I'll have to draw the smooth color for this. The screen, it's kind of a new technique to do screen tones, as now there is Photoshop, so you can do your screen tones with the grayscales. So I have to do the screen tones for this, and then sound effects and things like that, and this will be done, I think. So I'll cover it in other videos, I think, especially the screen tones part. I think it's gonna be interesting, and that's it. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm doing it on the fly while I'm drawing, so if you see me stopping drawing while I talk, especially since I'm not English is not my mother tongue, so takes lots of concentration from me, at least until I get used to it. So I'm I'm talking without a script. I knew I was gonna hatch, and I thought I'd record it on the fly. Um, but it's kind of disturbing. Don't know if you can keep up with me, or if it's you'd rather have it more condensed and transcripted. So let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.